This week's topics: anti-cheat updates of the past week, including a ban wave, patch notes, and more, and assault on ATT-16 address remote updates to happen this week, and series rotations coming next week. Of course, very simple, straightforward topics that I've generally covered on my latest weekly update news video. If you want to find that video and check it out, where I generally went over the past week's news of Rockstar related topics, you can find a link of that in the description below. As well as that, you can find a link of my latest weekly update for GTA Online in its own video, also in the description. You can even find my Twitch in the description below for those who want to leave me a follow, and stay tuned for whenever I do stream, anytime sooner or later. And of course, other links in concern are sources that I've used in this video, in which I am willing to showcase to you guys to explain to you in today's episode of some anti-cheat updates that I'm willing to showcase to you. So if you guys do find this video informative, and if you do leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates if you find me really informative, which I try my best to be as honest, informative, based on information I've seen and got that I'm willing to showcase to you. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the biggest thing that I'd like to discuss with you today, of all things, is the anti-cheat in GTA Online, especially for PC players. So lately, on September 25th, Rockstar Games has made a patch update in regards to the, I guess, patch notes in regards to the bottom dollar bounties DLC, in which generally all these simply stated, as you can see, because Rockstar definitely does not like communicating properly with their player base, which is a typical Rockstar thing they do. So all they said for this patch notes was general fixes for stability and security. That's it. What does this mean? Well, who knows, coming from Rockstar. But thankfully, thanks to my genius and research that I conduct to showcase to you guys, I have found out from Test 2 that this patch introduced the anti-cheat improvements, such as updating the logic for determining the session host, prevents cheaters from taking over the host slot easily, and improved the untrusted host kick measure. Now, beyond the first two things that I see in this tweet, obviously I'm happy for the fact that Rockstar has updated the anti-cheat to detect cheaters as much more easier than to let them take over hosts with their mod menu, especially those who have bypassed the anti-cheat, which I'll go into in just a moment. But then I'm thinking about the last part, and I'm thinking positively or negatively what this means. Does it mean that, is it because the untrusted host kick measure was happening too frequently, so they decided to cut that idea out? Or is it that they've updated the anti-cheat to basically detect modders being the host of each session, and detects it much more frequently at a better, let's say, ratio or basis, and ends up kicking everyone out of the session much faster to prevent any excessive harm being done against these players in public lobbies? Whatever the case may be, I hope more for the positive aspect, in which they have updated this anti-cheat to be better than it once was a couple of days ago. But beyond that, that's all the notes I have to state on this, and I hope they've done something good with it, hopefully, and didn't make it worse, and continue to support modding to this day and beyond, but I digress on that part. Now, in regards to the ban wave that I have basically said I would go over in this video, Rockstar has rolled out a ban wave targeting cheaters bypassing the BattlEye anti-cheat. However, some players have reported being falsely banned. If you believe you've been affected, be sure to appeal it through this link. Now let me go through some notes on this. First of all, Rockstar finally supporting anti-cheat over modding is like a 1 in a billion lifetime I never thought they'd ever do in my life, but that's different, and I respect that. Thank you, Rockstar, for actually trying. So on this regards, I am glad that Rockstar is making these, immature children, who I consider to be children because obviously they use mods for malicious intents, instead of being adult, mature gamers who actually tries to develop skills in gaming. And it's only easy to just press 2 buttons, turn on God mode, and if someone's really being an asshole, just press another button, then crash their game, and look at me. Fucking immature brats, but still, I digress. One thing, on the other hand, that I'm not happy about though, is especially comments that I've been seeing on my latest anti-cheat related videos over the past week, where many people have said after many years of playing the game as best as they try playing it, and all of a sudden they get randomly banned for 30 days or a year, even though they know they have either once modded in their life and stopped completely, or just never modded at all. And it's just now that they're suddenly getting this after effect of, or just the sudden effect of, oh, well, we think that you're modding, so the chances are you have been modding and we're just gonna ban you from the game. Now, obviously, anti-cheats aren't perfect out there, and thankfully Rockstar has finally made a website to, or a support team to basically appeal bans, finally, after 11 years of requiring such a thing. But I've gotten way too many comments to be able to showcase to you one after the other for this video, so the most general thing that I'm going to state is after like 15-20 comments I've been getting over the past week, people were telling me that they were trying to play with their friends in invite-only lobbies, doing heists, and then they sometimes come across being in public lobbies, but that's because the game automatically pushes them into a public lobby, automatically, even though the game should improve on that, but whenever Rockstar's going to realize that, that's another day. And they try their best to come back to an invite-only lobby, invite their friend back, doing KO Perico highs, doing Dami Casino highs, you know, those more higher pay rating heists out there. But I guess Rockstar didn't take into consideration that these heists pay well compared to the standard heists from Leicester in your apartment heists that only pay you like 100k every like 6 hours or so. If ever you feel like doing them, I don't know. But still, it's quite interesting that I guess it might be because of this or many other concerns beyond what the anti-cheat sees that they think is better than what Rockstar could spot, that automatically flags them and suspends them or bans them permanently or 30 days regardless of whatever punishment they may have received, that these people who are being falsely banned for playing the game as legitimately as possible, thankfully I haven't been banned yet for playing the game as legitimately as I possibly could around a bunch of modders in public lobbies. And these players are getting suspended and they're trying to appeal to Rockstar, and after 4 tickets, the only things that they're getting is a bot message of, oh, we're sorry for the inconvenience, we're gonna look into it, and then they close the ticket, or they're gonna be like, oh, well, we cannot provide you a reason to why you got banned, and then they're gonna be like, oh, well, all the punishments are final and cannot be appealed or some shit, whatever the frick I don't know, Rockstar feels kind of outdated. I don't know if they follow up to their community guidelines or if they even made any new community guidelines. It feels rusty on that behalf. And for all these false players, or these players who are being falsely banned or suspended, I personally wish to say on behalf of a player, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you guys, especially, who are trying to play the game as legitimately as possible under your own behalf, spending your own dedicated time just coming home from work or doing anything you possibly could before you finally join onto GTA Online just to spend an hour or two just to make a bit of money from whatever the case may be, and then one day you try to join GTA Online and it's like, oh, sorry, you've been banned. For what reason? I didn't do anything that's broken. Well, I mean, we're Rockstar. We don't like communicating with you because we're big fat fucking cockstar dick ass fucking Rich McGee motherfuckers. I mean, thanks Rockstar for being helpful. So I hope they develop, you know, some form of upgrade in regards to their appeals and whatnots that they actually started doing very recently. So I wish for you guys not to give up on the game if you've really enjoyed it, but at the same time, I completely understand if you ditch on the game completely, because obviously Rockstar is being sus at this point. And I completely understand, you spend hours upon days upon months trying to get, I don't know, an Ocelot Perio, which is one of the best cars in the game, or you tried making money to buy yourself an agency, or the auto shop, or you finally just maximized your nightclub's goods efficiency, purchasing all of the businesses you need to run the nightclub properly, for all your technicians to accrue goods over time, for you to do absolutely nothing but chill around, wait, have fun with friends, and then go like, oh yeah, some goods to sell, let me sell it finally. Until one day Rockstar's like, yeah, let's gonna release the anti-cheat, and the anti-cheat is flagging everyone who's being legit and saying, oh, you made $700,000 within like 5 minutes of your cell mission, that's illegal, you're getting banned, and you're like, what the fuck did I do? I just did some, really, what the frick? And in the meanwhile, modders are still probably trying to find a way to bypass this, which is obviously supposedly being targeted now in this ban wave, but at the same time, we shall see. In the meanwhile though, of course, modders and mod menu developers out there, like I've even seen on Gilly Master's video he's uploaded recently, are all complaining how they're getting suspended, banned, and whatever the frick they deserve, even though they literally spent as much money to buy a copy of GTLN as they did to buy a version of a mod menu just to be able to have disadvantages. But the thing is, someone actually showed a video on this on a Discord that I'm on, and of course the modders, like the person who shared the video, said the modders kind of deserve it because obviously cheating is supposed to not be allowed in an online game, but these modders, as I've stated in response to this, these modders have become so familiarized with modding that they turned modding and selling mod menus into a business under Rockstar's noses through GTA Online, and now they're having a sissy fit that they cannot continue business because they haven't heard about a single thing in relation to nature in regards to touching grass. Like, that's the only legitimate, quote-unquote, very strong quote-unquote legitimate, even though that's a harsh way to put legitimate at this case, way for them to make money is by selling mod menus. Because honestly, I don't blame those, personally, who uses mod menus for good intentions to defend themselves against those who uses bad intentions. So I'm gonna leave them out of this case, but for especially mod developers or modders out there in GTA who uses mod menus for malicious intents to ruin other players' experiences, first of all, you guys deserve it, and second of all, that's probably the only thing you guys ever want to do in GTA, because obviously your lives are just not worth it out there. You can't even apply to McDonald's without them saying, sorry, you kind of dropped out in grade 2 elementary school, primary school, grade 2. Do you even know the alphabet, son? Yeah, I know the alphabet. A, C, B, Y, D, Z, G, fuck. Well, just get out of here. I mean, I hate to be like that, but it's just the unfortunate truth. I'm not saying it from experience. I'm not saying it because I want to say it. I'm just saying it because I'm honest. And now they're crying like they're losing their 9-to-5 jobs because I was meant to mod on GTA Online. It was my life's duty to not touch grass and see the sun in the past 8 years of this game being in existence, and now the anti-cheat came over and they're canceling our jobs. I need to mod on this game, and I need to mod now. Well, I hate to say the unfortunate truth to you bad-intentioned modders, but guess what? There's more to life than modding in GTA Online, such as, I don't know, touching grass. Anyways, that's all I really rushed to rant about in this video, so I'm grateful that, for one thing, Rockstar is actually doing something with the anti-cheat and keeping update on it as best as they could. I hope they make it better. I hope they improve upon it a little better, and I hope that modding starts to fall to an extreme decline over time in regards to these anti-cheat updates. And yes, I respect the ban wave for countering against modders who are finding ways to bypass the anti-cheat, especially with disabling BattlEye through Rockstar Launcher and then hosting their mod menu as a third-party launcher, which was stated by Rockstar in their earlier patch notes, where if you require to use a third-party launcher, that BattlEye would automatically have an enabled launch argument that disabled itself, which is unfortunately quite unfortunate for Rockstar on their behalf. So they're kind of stupid. They basically had it in the bag and they dropped it, but I'm still ranting on beyond what I really should say. The only thing I don't respect though is how these innocent players are being caught in the crossfire because the anti-cheat is overcompensating these red flags against these players. And personally, I wish to be able to help you guys, but I don't work for Rockstar. Tez2 doesn't work for Rockstar. Neither of us on YouTube work for Rockstar. And the least I can say is, I'm sorry. I wish I could help you. I really wish I could help you, but it's unfortunate that we're losing innocent players because of Rockstar's underdeveloped mistakes, let's say. So anyways, that's all I really wish to say for this video. Hope you guys did find any of this informative, or if you even did enjoy my rants about whatever I stated. I know I went 50 minutes in. I didn't expect to go this far, but beyond this though, that's all I really wish to say for this video. Hope you guys did find this informative. I'm saying it again, but I'll say it again once more. Hope you guys did find it informative. And of course, all sources that I've used in this video I'll put in the description below, as well as my other videos that I've stated in question, my latest weekly update content for GTA Online for this week's weekly update, or the past week's news in my latest weekly update news video. You can check those out if you wish, even my Twitch link if you want to leave a follow for when I do stream anytime sooner or later. And that is all I wish to say for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day. And of course, even if these outcomes turn out to be as negative as possible, because you cannot play the game anymore because Rockstar is stupid on your behalf, and I'm terribly sorry for you guys who are not able to appeal your false suspensions, the least I can say is to you, I'm sorry again, but there's, I guess, other opportunities for you if you must. And I hate saying it like this, but it's the truth. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day out there.